The reason why I stay single is because of the fact I'm looking for my ride or die. And I know it's hard to find it, but I still want that 80s and 90s love, and it's slowly dying. That breed is dying. I just want to take somebody out to dinner and ask her the questions, the right questions about her future and what she's looking for. I want to take her for some dessert and just make her smile and make her laugh. And I just want to get her home safe. And then just shoot her a text so she doesn't feel confused. I want to be consistent. I want to be loyal. I want to be respectful. I want to make sure that she's the only woman I'm entertaining. But it's so hard these days when you can't find these 80s and 90s love. These little boys and these little girls are messing up what the dating generation is now. The dating scene is trash. So for me, I'd rather stay single than mess up my peace with somebody and stress out, and it's not going to go anywhere. I'm looking for true love. I'm not looking for temporary. I'm looking for marriage. I'm not looking to stay single. I don't want to go through divorce. I just want somebody I know is going to be my ride or die. But sometimes a lot of y'all are playing too many games, and I'm just scared sometimes. So whenever you have that 80s and 90s love, you hit me up. But if you don't, please don't waste my time.
So we're looking into the staggering trend of men who are choosing to stay single. Yes, that's right. Men are also choosing to stay single. So a lot of men are saying they aren't getting what they deserve out of relationships, and they have chosen to stay single until they meet that woman of their dreams. And if they don't, they're saying that they are living their best life as a single person. So let's sit back, let's relax, and let's listen to why these men are choosing to stay single. So let's dig deeper.
You want to know why men over 40 are staying single? I'll tell you why. Because society raised women to be wives to careers, not husbands. And now the men who were once overlooked are watching rebellion unfold and choosing peace over chaos. These ain't excuses. These are the raw, unfiltered reasons men are walking away from modern women, and many of them don't plan on looking back. You better watch this all the way through or keep wondering why that good man ain't calling you back. Let's set the record straight. This ain't about men being bitter. This ain't about men being weak. This is about men getting wise, men getting structure, and men finally realizing what marriage has turned into and what it costs when you choose a woman who ain't built for submission, peace, or purpose. And if you're one of those women thinking, well, maybe he just can't handle a strong woman, sit tight. You're about to find out he didn't lose interest. He gained clarity. First reason, divorce destroys a man's life. Older men have seen it too many times. Good men getting gutted in court. He loses his house, he loses his pension, his legacy, and she walks away with half his world for bringing nothing but attitude to the table. Why would any man jump into a legal system designed to reward rebellion and punish masculinity?
Well, hello there. You know, I was thinking about some of our men, and I looked at single men on basically why do so many single men stay single so long, you know, and basically they can't say because, well, there's nothing out here, I don't see anything. That ain't right, because there's a lot more good women out here looking for a good man than what there is good men out here looking for a good woman. A lot of time, us men, what we do, we tend to think a little bit higher of ourselves than what we ought to. So, because the truth of the matter is, one of the reasons that we stay single for so long is that we enjoy having many options instead of just choosing one. At my church, I was talking to one of the young ministers, sharp young man, got a lot of good things going for him. And I asked him, I said, how long you been single? And you say you want to get married, but how long you been single? He said, maybe about 10 or 11 years. I said, you know why you been single for 10 or 11 years? He said, why? I said, because you like being in a season of just having different options with all the single ladies knowing that you single. And I said, so that's basically it, because you the kind of guy that if you ever chose one, that's the one that you're going to zero in on, probably for the rest of your life. But that's just the kind of guy that you are. Okay. And I told him, I said, now you're in your 40s. I said, now, usually when you turn 45, there's a 90% chance that you've already lived longer than you're going to live. And you're probably as healthy as you ever going to be, because we don't get older and get healthier. So, bruh, quit playing with yourself, because, you know, you're not there's some things you need to be thinking about seriously right now. All right. Just would really love to hear your thoughts on that. And as you know, all these things come out of my book, Wisdom from a Father You May Have Never Had. But love to hear your comments on that one, okay?
All right, family. Here's the shocking truth. Why most higher value men are choosing to stay single. Let's get into it, family. Number 1, the nature of hypergamy. Majority of women want the minority of men. So some men have way more options than others. Hard to settle down with too many options. Number 2, fear. These men are afraid of losing everything they work so hard to achieve and accomplish by falling in love and settling down with the wrong woman. Number 3, time. Because the reality is, men that make more money probably have less time. Therefore, it's harder to give the quality time that some women strongly desire. Due to this factor, some men tend to avoid commitment because of the responsibilities and expectations that tend to come with it.
Throughout my life, I've worked and known of several women who were single in their 30s and in their 40s. Speaking to these women and listening to their reasons, I was automatically able to empathize and understand why they choose to be single in their 30s and in their 40s. And here are a few reasons that I've gathered up that a lot of those women had in pattern. Freedom is the number one answer that I heard from most of these women who were single in their 30s and 40s. You're free to do whatever you want. You don't have to get home and answer a million questions to somebody who's insecure, controlling, or possessive. Another big reason that I've gathered from women who were in their 30s and 40s who were single is a lot of them are simply scared to get into another relationship because they went through a really abusive relationship or even an abusive marriage. And who can blame them? You got out of a 10, 12, 15 long-term relationship or marriage that was abusive physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and verbally. I probably wouldn't want to get into anything serious for a while myself. Here in the United States alone, statistically speaking, 1 in 4 women experience SA at least once in their lifetime. And in most of those cases, it actually comes from their partner at home, not from some stranger down an alley at 2 in the morning. And it's staggering to realize that most of these cases of abuse and domestic violence come straight from within the home. It's actually from your own partner at home, a partner who you should trust. And I don't blame women for having difficulty trusting and getting in something serious with someone else after they've gone through something like that for so long. Fruit Loops for dinner? Why the hell not? Takeout for dinner? Why the hell not? There's no need to cook. There's none of that pressure in a woman's life when she's single, whether she's in her 30s, 40s, it doesn't, even 50s, it doesn't matter. There's no more of that pressure. So you don't have to cook if you don't want to. Overall, women who are choosing to be single in their 30s, 40s, and even 50s simply have a better life and a more peaceful life. And instead of automatically thinking that she's a red flag because she's in her 30s and is single and telling her she's going to die alone, why not ask questions to see if you can understand their point of view and why they're single? It only takes a little bit of empathy. That's all.
Guys, check this out. Aside to the fact of all the wild, crazy stuff that's going on social media, the Diddy trials, all these people getting pardons, and all the crazy stuff that's going on around the world, do y'all notice something that a lot of people let slip past them? A lot of guys are no longer dating. I have never seen a time where so many men are so proud to say that they're single, they have their own place, they have their own cars, they got good jobs, they're not being judged. They don't have to worry about if something goes wrong, they're getting exposed all over the internet. Do you know the dating scene, not only here in Texas, but everywhere, guys are just enjoying their lives of being stress-free without all of the headaches. Do you know every time someone starts to date somebody, whether that person has a name for them or the other person has a name for themselves, do you know every time an argument occurs within their household, they get exposed, it's all over the internet, and a lot of guys have experienced it and they're tired of it. So a lot of these men now, they don't care no more about no baddie, because a baddie ain't paying no bills. The looks ain't bringing nothing to the table. A lot of these guys would rather just be single and do their little thing on the side and send their little tails on home. And a lot of females are doing it too. A lot of women want to stay single. They don't want nothing to do with a man or a relationship. But I notice mostly guys now, I've never seen a time like where I have seen so many men are staying single. So I put a post up a while back, and I asked, why do so many men stay single now, and why are so many men so happy to be single? A lot of the guys' comments says peace of mind. The majority said that they're tired of getting into it with their girls or their significant others, and they got to get exposed all over the internet, and then a week or two they right back together. So we live in a time now where people don't even want to be in relationships anymore. God made somebody for everybody, but you know what's bad? When people don't even want to date no more. People not even dating anymore. You go into the store now, flowers are expiring on the shelves because people hardly even buy any flowers except when it's Valentine's Day or it's Mother's Day and stuff like that. People don't even care about relationships anymore. I mean, everywhere you look, you see somebody who's happy to be a single man. It's not because they're ugly. It's not because they're broke. It's not because they have no motion. They got all of the above. They just would prefer to stay single. And you know that's bad when times is changing like that, where people don't want to be in a relationship or be involved. And me personally, from what I've seen and what I've witnessed on the internet, I don't blame a lot of these people for staying single. It's either you a deadbeat, you broke, or you don't do this or do that anymore. Everybody's looking at the next person to see what the next person has. And a lot of guys and a lot of females don't want to deal with that anymore. This person's with you now, but then they see somebody who looks better than you, got a little bit more to offer than you, then all of a sudden, you get kicked to the side. So this is the reason why a lot of people are actually choosing to just stay single. And you know what? I don't freaking blame them. I'd rather be one of those people who would just, wake up every day with a peace of mind. You should never be dating somebody and your whole entire day is stressed out. You wake up sad. You wake up not want to be around that person. You're supposed to be happy and want to wake up to that person. You should be wanting to go buy them flowers. You should be in a position where you want to take them out to eat, where you can't stop looking at them. You can't keep your eyes off them. But the way that the dating scene is nowadays, everybody wants too much. People don't know how to keep their mouth closed and keep their businesses to themselves. Mainly when it comes down to a couple's argument. Why when two couples argue within the privacy of their home, it makes it to the internet? Why when your man or your woman lose their job and fall short, it makes it to the internet? Why when a woman and a man breaks up because of something that she did, all of a sudden the man is a deadbeat dad, but he wasn't a deadbeat dad last week when he was over there blowing your back out. So this is why a lot of people are staying single, man. And I can honestly say, I don't think that it's going to get any better. It's going to keep getting worse because this new generation of people that's being raised is raised off of materialistic, only what a person can do for them. You even got people out there now, they only get dressed and look nice just to go see if they can meet somebody who looks good, who can actually provide for them. That's all it's about, man. It's not even about the type of person that you are anymore. Women will actually choose a rich man that will dog them out over a good man that's a hard-working man, but don't have as much money as a rich man. And that's crazy to me, bro. This economy, society as a whole, and our people are messed up. People say that the world has changed. No, the world hasn't changed. It's the people in the world that's changed. The world is still the same. The trees still growing leaves like it always has. The grass still growing grass like it always has. The sky still turns blue and it still turns dark at night. So the world hasn't changed. It's the people in the world. And that's the reason why people are choosing to stay single, man. Too much has changed. And that's why a lot of these guys say, I'd rather have my peace of mind than to be in competition with the next man. Social media has made it so easy for people to cheat. Even if they're not physically cheating in the flesh, they're still entertaining other men. Men are still entertaining other women. The internet has messed up anything to do with a relationship because as soon as you think that you're doing something, your girl or your dude sees something on the internet that looks very appetizing to them. Like he has a better car. She has a better body. It's all a game, bro. All of it is a game, and this is why people are choosing to stay single. So if you're one of those people who's going through the BS and you just being used Recognize that you've been used and just stay single. Trust me, you have a better peace of mind by just staying single and staying the hell to yourself. I'm out.
I've been single for like 5-6 years. You know what I mean? Well, my birthday tomorrow, so I guess maybe we should make it 7 years. But a lot of people be asking me like, damn, like, how have you been single for so long? Like, how do you stay single, you know, for such a long time? Like, a lot of people be like, I could never do that, you know, whatever. Like, how do you just be by yourself for that long without having some type of commitment or some type of relationship? Y'all, it ain't hard. Like, you know, if you have a type, if you have standards, if you just rather be alone, you rather be to yourself, you rather be single than settle, then it's not hard. You know, a lot of people settle. A lot of people settle for relationships. They'd rather settle because they do not want to be by themselves. They'd rather get married or stay in a marriage that they know they're unhappy in, that does not serve them, and they are miserable, you know, than be alone, be single. And some people, they don't mind being single because they refuse to settle, and they know that they are worth what they want. So they'd rather stay by themselves than force themselves to be in something that don't make them happy.
I'm 29 years old. I've been single for over 4 years by choice, and I want to tell you why. I see a lot of videos from women trying to understand where the good men are at and why men are not approaching anymore. And the primary argument that I see from men is because they want to enjoy their peace and they want to focus on themselves. And now, I can't speak for all men, but I can at least give you my personal reasons why I choose to be single. The first reason is I live in a small town and my options are limited. I tried the whole online dating and a long distance thing years ago, and it's too much. Not that I'm not open to anything happening or meeting somebody new in my area, but I don't fully know if I want to settle down where I'm currently at. So it's hard for me to plant roots here. And that leads me to my second reason, and that's I don't feel like I'm in a place to be settling down right now. I have my priority right now is to be more established in my life. My main focus is to build something long-lasting and then focus on settling down with the right person. I feel like if I meet somebody right now, my focus will be split. It'll be hard for me to really pursue the thing that I'm passionate about, really pursue my calling and my purpose. And I feel like a lot of men my age feel that way. I feel like there's a lot of us who feel like we haven't fully grown up yet, or we're just not in a place right now to meet that person or be with somebody and feel like that we can fully provide. It's not that most men are closed off and never gonna date again. I just think once we get to a better place, then we'll be more open to a relationship. I'm trying to do big things. I want to lead an exceptional life. I don't fit in with most people here in my hometown. So if I want to lead an exceptional life, I have to be an exceptional person, and that means I'm not going to fit in, and I'm looking for an exceptional partner. And that's rare. So I'm willing to wait.